Yo, we were debating turning this into a full YouTube video, and ultimately we decided why not film it. This is a Pivot Shadowcat EXO with the carbon wheels. It's like a really sick bike, and it is one that we just brought in for stock. So you can definitely buy this one if you want. Hit us up if you want to buy it. It's available right now at thebicyclestation.com. I already unboxed everything, and we can just kind of start bolting it all together. I learned my lesson with the pivot builds. You gotta kind of lay it all out so you can see what you're doing, because they just kind of send it, you know?
Sometimes you just have to send it. The tool matches the bike.
Intentional.
That's how you know you're doing it right.
Yeah. So these are some 27.5 Reynolds. I don't know. Doesn't say them. They look really nice. They're pretty wide. And these are laced up to.
It's on this side. I can't tell from right here.
What can't you tell?
Like what tire it is.
I don't know. I'm talking about the hub, Jackson.
Oh. I'm with the program.
This is a i9 Hydra hub, and it says Reynolds on it. I wonder what they call this wheel set. I'll look it up. Trail Pro. And these are 32 internal is what it's saying, I'm assuming. But they match, and that's the coolest part, is that it's got a matching decal. One of the best parts about this bike is that it's not Super Boost. This is a Pivot with a normal Boost rear axle on it. I know that might be controversial for people who are fans of the Pivot Super Boost, but I just, I think it's really, a lot of the time, I'm just not seeing the utility of it. In terms of, if you're a customer buying a Pivot, it's a super high-end bike. Buy a Super Boost Pivot, you're locked into that wheel set most likely forever, and then it also really hurts the resale value on these. So I appreciate that Pivot also is making a normal 148 bike also. I realize this one's 27.5, so maybe that's why they did that, but the Mach 4 SL is also 148, so clearly they are willing to do it, so I'd like to see them do it on more bikes personally, but I don't run the company, so. Next up, we're gonna route the dropper housing. If I can find the right tool, I did. The green one.
Whoa.
Whoa. Do you want that?
Yeah.
And Pivot makes this really easy, so we're gonna loosen the top part there, run the cable into the frame. Actually, let's put the foam on it.
Big foam situation.
I always forget to do it because I don't run it on my own bikes. And normally we build bikes on this channel that we are gonna ride, and this one's just for sale. And actually that's kind of a new video for us. We usually don't build stuff that's just for the sales floor, so we'll put the foam on it for whoever ends up with this bike.
Because they might want foam.
They might want the foam, yeah. You know, I'm not gonna make that choice for them. Throw that in there. And then we can flip this up like this. We have a really, really awesome feature from Pivot, which is that there's a hole in the bottom of the frame for all, you know, the mud and stuff to get into, right? Oh,
yeah.
No, it's actually not. But, and normally I wouldn't have the bike upside down like this, but I wanted to show everybody what's happening. So here's that cable. So super awesome access to the internals of this bike. And what I'm just trying to accomplish here is to route the cable into the seat tube, so that whenever I put the front fork on it and the front wheel, I can connect the dropper.
Fishing situation.
Yeah, and this is like clanking.
Is that where that goes?
No, but I just want it to not, I'm trying to stop it from clanking. There we go. Sweet. Thanks, Jackson, that was super helpful. All right, so I'm pretty confident that that hose is now where it needs to be. I'll put the bottom part back on later, but now what we can do is tilt this back down like this.
I like how Pivot does like the custom stickered.
Yeah, it's sick. This is one of the coolest looking bikes I've seen in a long time.
I'd ride it.
You would ride it.
I would.
You heard it here first, Jackson would ride it. Ah. All right, here's this. Just need to cut the fork.
Coolest part ever.
Pull all this back out.
Oh, I lost it. That would've been sick.
Bob.
I tried to follow it falling. Oh, I missed that too.
What kind of shabby camera work are you doing over there?
I don't know. We just needed like a sawzall thing that can just like. Or we could just put it in the microwave and let it melt. It's kind of loud.
Now that we did all that, though, we can try out this grease gun. I found it over there.
I've been using it some too.
Oh, nice.
I'm kind of into it.
We've been remodeling the store, y'all, and so there's a lot of stuff we've been finding.
Grease guns included.
There's like 2 of them over there. Why do you think there's 4 bottle cages or 4 bolts?
I don't know. Better adjustment for the cages.
I mean, maybe. That's not a bad idea.
Ultimate. I
Did
don't
you
know.
smudge the camera?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so. Cause you could like put like the top here and here, like.
Yeah, I think that's a cool idea. I'm just like, it's so interesting looking. There has to be a reason. If you know the reason, please comment below. I'd love to know. It's really different. It looks, I think it looks cool still.
None of the other ones have this, do they?
No, that Trail 429 doesn't have it. Huh.
But wait, like if you put it here, like use these 2 holes, you still have to take this one out.
You're right. Please let us know if you know what this is about, the 4 bottle cage bolts. There's obviously a reason, and maybe Pivot sells like something that, maybe it's like a Pivot thing where they like sell a tool or something that goes under your bottle cage. Who knows? I don't. Got the safety pinch bolt, you know, you gotta tighten the axle down to the fork.
Those match the tool. Can we microwave those?
No.
Dang it.
I don't know why we need to be microwaving anything, you know, but Jackson's always trying to microwave stuff. I guess we could put the handlebar on so we can start measuring the placement of all the extra parts.
All the extras.
Yeah.
It's upside down.
No, it's not. I feel like this is the most efficient pivot build we've done. I feel like I've got a couple under my belt now, and I kind of know like, oh, do this, do this, do this. Get a vibe for how the brand sends their bikes out. Jackson forgot to turn the camera on, and I was complimenting how good Pivot's handlebar was during that whole non-filming situation we had just now.
It's my first day.
It's Jackson's first day. It's okay. Everybody has a first day, you know. Do you remember when it was your first day? Whoever I'm talking to watching this video right now, I'm sure you do. Just remember that, because it's definitely Jackson's first day at work today. Anyway, what I was trying to say is how much I appreciate this feature on Pivot's bikes. Their handlebar has these awesome like lines on it, so you can tilt the degrees of the handlebar. And then I'm assuming the little arrow kind of point on the stem lines up with the numbers, so it's very easy to put this handlebar on, and I really appreciate stuff like that. Just small details on a bike. Like Pivot is already known for being the best at some of these small details, but it's nice to show them off, you know? Did we film that? Or is it,
yeah,
you sure?
yeah, it's filming right now.
Okay. We just had to take a break to ship out some orders before the UPS truck came. Frazzled. It's been busy, y'all. I feel like the season is finally starting again, which is really cool. What should we do next? I forgot what we were doing.
Me too. You were handlebar stuff, I think.
You think?
Yeah, I forgot to start filming.
Forgot
You're good.
again, dude. You're fired if you forget again, dude. Tighten that bolt down. Yep. Sick. And then kind of a bummer that this comes with the GX shifter. I think that's a fail. This is a $9,000 bike, y'all, and it's coming with the cheap. I mean, it works the same, but I just feel like it's like a principle thing. Like if you're gonna buy a $9,000 bike, it should come with a nicer shifter. What do you think, Jackson?
I agree.
Yeah, because it's not really an XO bike. It's got a GX shifter.
Dang.
They lied.
They did.
Liars.
False advertisement.
It really is, but like all the companies have disclaimers, so you can't go after them. We can still call them out though.
Spacer.
Last time I built a pivot, they sent the wrong ones out, but I don't think they did that this time. Hopefully this works.
That'd be crazy.
It was very easily corrected, honestly. It wasn't that big a deal at all.
What's with your sound effects today?
I don't know. Somebody's gotta make some noise somewhere.
At some time. Whoa!
Yeah, like that.
I think those like cranks are the coolest cranks that have ever been designed.
Why is that?
They just look sick.
I guess that's a valid reason. We have the cockpit set. We can get a good feel for how long we want the dropper.
I'd say mid.
Well, I mean, this is a size small, so what I always try to do is let's pull this out. This is actually a pretty long dropper for a size small bike. It's a 150.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, like, honestly, like, most likely this is gonna be pretty low in the frame.
Why?
Well, it's a big travel bike. I mean,
I guess that's true. Yeah.
I don't know off the top of my head how much travel this thing has, but it has more than my bike for sure.
Definitely a trail bike.
Yeah, so now, because of what we did earlier, I can easily access that cable. And what I usually try to do is, let's just... Did I throw the cable into way?
Uh-oh.
I honestly might have. What I like to do with normally in a lot of our builds, we do wireless droppers. So like I haven't really had a chance to talk about my method for routing cable actuated ones. So if you want to be really precise, first thing you do is set up the cable into the thing. Box transfers use these little barrels and they slot right into there. Oops. Sweet, and now what we want to do, run the cable through the housing. There it is. And then you want to make sure that's seated in the dropper. You want to push this back through the frame. And how low does this go? Just because this is a size small, I'm gonna cut it to fit slammed down, if that makes sense. Because that might actually be like the way somebody rides this bike, a customer maybe. And also it's a size small, so I'm gonna put the cockpit controls closer to the edge of the handlebar. So now, with those two things in mind, we can see what it would look like. So right now it's too long, for sure too long. And I think having it look like that, just to mark it, you don't cut it with the cable in it, but just give it a little bit. I'll make fun of you if you cut that with the cable in it.
I've done that.
Yeah, but then you can, because the dropper is connected to the cable, not the housing. When you pull this up, you want to hold the cable too, because that'll pull the housing out with the dropper. We decided to cut it right there. Let's put some carbon paste in the frame. We can reroute this now. I thought we had a clicker wrench. We should just buy some new clicker wrenches.
Yeah. Like 6 of them.
These pieces hold the cables pretty tight. And then we gotta find that cable one that we lost. What are we gonna do?
Go get another one.
Yeah, let's go get another one.
You got another one.
Yeah, it's almost like we have 1,000 of them. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh my.
Oh my.
That's a problem.
No, it's not like caught the...
I know. That's not what happened.
I just undid the bolt too far.
It happens.
It's okay. If that happens to you, don't panic.
Is it your first day?
I thought we established that this was your first day.
Well, I'm starting to think maybe it's both of our first days.
It could be. It's gonna be hard to get started again because it's like fighting people. There we go, I got it. So what I like to do with these droppers is just to get a good... See how I did that? It pulled the housing into the fitting better. Kind of like I guess this would be called pre-stretching, right? What do you think?
Sure.
Did you learn something? Isn't that what you're supposed to be doing?
I guess.
I would consider you like an apprentice. I think that's fair. Let us know if you want to get more Jackson apprentice content. That'd be interesting. We could like...
It kind of would be.
Yeah, we could like teach you something and see how you do. I do think this is overcomplicated. They almost tried to be too fancy with it. It's got like a cable holder kind of thing going on. It's just a little bit annoying to... There we go.
I don't know if it was wireless, I'm telling you.
I'm ready for I'm ready for less cables on the bike.
Why hasn't Fox gone wireless? That's my question.
I think it'd be hard. Like, think about it. SRAM's able to do it because they've invested all of their, everything they do is wireless now. And Fox has a live valve, but that's still wired. I would love to try the live valve, and hopefully someday I get to do that. Freaking flight attendant, more and more photos of that leak every day. So I'm assuming that comes out really soon. I don't know for sure. I just saw a picture of Sagan riding it. With
Whoa, Mr. Sagan.
Mr. Sagan.
He'd be riding a flight attendant.
I saw Sagan has what looks like to be a production model. It's got like the normal SID graphics. It's not like a special looking fork anymore, which is kind of a bummer, but
Go buff.
it might. Anyway, I guess we should finish this, right? It's almost done. Oops.
First day.
First day. I think it's funny. So we filmed this whole video. We don't even know anything about this bike. Jackson, how much travel does this bike have?
I don't know.
Dang it. If you don't know.
Go ahead and say like maybe like, I don't know. About the length of my hand.
Okay. I mean, that's something. I'll look it up in a second.
140? I don't know. That doesn't sound right.
I'm just building this one today. Normally I know what's going on, or I ordered them. I did not order this. I'm excited that this bike looks amazing. I'm stoked for putting it. I'm gonna put it on one of the nice stands over there.
Yeah, I'd run it.
There we go. But yeah, how much travel does this thing have?
I don't know. 100?
I mean, technically, yeah, it does. I'm guessing it's more, but it technically has.
I hope it's more.
It looks huge.
It has to be like 160. I don't know about 160, but what does that sound?
What is that sound?
Oh, I see it.
What?
No, I don't.
What do you see? Seriously, what is that noise?
Sounds like a cable.
Oh, there it is.
Oh.
I was like, what is wrong? I was super confused. 160 front.
I guessed it?
Yeah, you did.
130 in the back. That's definitely gonna be wrong.
I bet it's 150.
I'm gonna go with 140.
Oh, you know, Pivot has like random numbers usually.
They're all about random.
I talked about this in a different video, but the rear, I feel like a lot of companies round their like suspension travel, and Pivot was like, nah, dude, we're gonna tell you the exact number. No, it's 140, so it's just 140.
Dang,
Yeah.
I guessed it.
No, you guessed 130. You're wrong.
No, and I changed it.
You can't just change it like that.
I said 130, and then I was like, nah, that's not right. Yeah.
You told me, I'm not gonna
All right, well,
Jackson's
it's filming.
Jackson's really not the greatest at telling you when the camera's on and off.
Yeah, I just do it.
I just walked up here and it's like, ooh, the color is pretty. And that was that. So first impression, really pretty color.
Great.
Yeah, it is great.
But do you ride it?
Yeah, I would ride literally this color.
What about the water bottle situation?
Do you understand what is that?
The water bottle situation?
Why are there four bolts? We can't figure it out.
I mean, obviously so you can decide where you want your cages. Or your cage. Your singular cage.
How big is that chain in Chase 32?
Probably.
Looks bigger.
The crank really doesn't spin that well. Do some of this bottom bracket.
One thing that needs to change is Pivot sends the chain out without the measuring tool. And
You can't be doing that.
Well, I've just kept one, so what I realized is that you just need to keep one of these old papers around so that you don't have to count the links every single time you cut a chain when you're building a Pivot.
Or it could come pre-cut.
You know what I should do is I should just tattoo this diagram
That'd be
on my forearm.
that'd be
and then
sick.
that way- comment down below if you think I should get that tattoo. If enough people comment, I will.
Well, how many comments does there have to be?
I don't know.
50?
That's not a lot. I feel like 50 would be too little.
I'm thinking like 10.
10? But like the only thing that's like, you get that tattoo and then they change it and then you don't.
Facts.
Yeah.
What do you have to say, Jibby? Good talk.
Have you ever seen those Instagram videos where people like take their big bikes and they're like,
Yeah.
suspension's so good.
Drop it.
Just like,
What is it? What is that?
what did you guys talk about in this video? I wasn't here.
It's just a bike that we built, you know.
Pivot.
pivot.
I'm a big pivot guy.
Would you
Love pivots.
would you ride this?
Yeah.
It's too small for you.
This I wouldn't ride. I wouldn't ride this one, but I would ride Shadowcat. They're sick in the pink color.
We are filming outros for all these bikes that we filmed, and then didn't finish the videos
We
for.
seem to film whole videos, and then like when the video's over, we just stop filming, and you gotta like say goodbye, kind of.
I think what happened-
We're just saying goodbye to like a couple of different bikes right now.
I think what happened is that there's a bunch of people that came in, and then we went home. 30 pounds.
27.
No way.
It feels kind of light.
I guess it's got the small wheels. Is it 26? Oh, you're right.
I'm a good bike weight guesser.
Buy this bike.
Buy this bike from thebicyclestation.com. And if you don't want this one, call us and we'll get you the one you want. That's all.
That's
Bye.
it. Bye.